he's been a huge disappointment because of his lack of availability. That's the bottom line. And even when he's been on
Correct.
the court, he's had such a debilitating impact on the franchise because he's not consistently available.
Zion don't play.
Off, bro.
Yeah, bro. This
No,
shit is
man.
almost over for Zion,
Nah,
bro.
bro,
He
he
got like
old.
3 more years,
I
bro.
don't
He is
care.
fat and
But we gotta
short.
see him play.
You fat motherfucker. Go lose some weight. Don't you think people are tired of seeing you fat like that?
About a week ago, the Pelicans fired the executive vice president, David Griffin, and hired Joe Dumars in his place. And just yesterday, Joe Dumars announced that they're not going to trade Zion, but that's cat, man, because the Celtics literally traded away Isaiah Thomas, but they didn't let anyone know that he had a fucked up hip. Like, bro, it's a business to these guys. While David Griffin was in charge, the team went 209 and 263, but they did draft Zion. That was like the main bright spot. But also, the team has been hurt like every single season since then, which is crazy. The last 5 years, they've only made the playoffs twice. Last year, they got swept by OKC because most of the team was hurt. And in 2022, they were the 8th seed with BI as the best player because also Zion was injured. They went up against the Suns and lost that series in 6 games. Even before David Griffin came in, they had AD, but they did not know how to build a team around AD. And we all know how that ended. AD went to the Lakers and they won that championship. That boy Dyson Daniels said that the Pelicans just might be cursed. And I feel like they just might be because they built terrible teams around AD and they haven't done anything with Zion. And they just have no assets outside of Zion, DeJounte, and Herb Jones. Deep dive into Zion's career and what's next for the team. Zion was drafted back in 2018 and looked to be the next face of the NBA. And hey, I'm a Zion fan. I was watching him back at Duke and he was doing some fake shit. But due to weight issues and chasing after the BBO demons, he hasn't reached that point yet of being the next face of the NBA. As of right now, Zion is a 2-time NBA All-Star with MVP and Defensive Player of the Year potential because of all the crazy stats that he puts up. During his All-Star season back in 2021, he put up 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists while also shooting 61% from the field. And that is not normal. The only players in NBA history to put up similar stats to that are Shaq, LeBron, Giannis, Blake Griffin, and David Robinson, who are all Hall of Famers. Hey, if you're a Pelicans fan, my condolences out to you, because you have Zion on your team, who's basically a small ball 5 with playmaking skills and a dunking ability of prime Blake Griffin, but nothing has materialized, and it's been like 5-6 years, bro. Something that made me scratch my head was when they gave away BI at the trade deadline for a 10-piece Happy Meal from McDonald's. Like, why the hell would you get rid of Brandon Ingram if you're just gonna get back trash players? Like, what was the point of doing that? I'm a big fan of BI, but even he gets hurt a lot, so hey, I guess the Pelicans, they just have to pick. But I feel like that trade's gonna happen, man. The main problem with a Zion trade is the availability. He's only played 214 games through 5 seasons, and that's pretty bad. An NBA season is 82 games long, but let's times that by 5 and you get 410 games. So that means that he's only played 52% of games that he could have played if he stayed healthy. We all seem to factor in the money. He's gonna make $40 million throughout the next 3 seasons, so I don't know what team is gonna trade it for him, but I know there's a team out there that's gonna be willing to take that risk. Up to this point, I have been slandering the living hell out of the Pelicans, but let's go over some bright spots for the team. And one of them is Trey Murphy, who I thought was ass. I thought that dude was going to be butt, but he's shown flashes this past year by providing good defense and shooting the lights out. And he could probably even be an all-star if he keeps going at this rate. Eve Missy, I might have butchered his name, but screw it. He's a rookie that they drafted. He was a pretty solid defender, and he had 14 double-doubles this past season. Brandon Boston and Jordan Hawkins are both decent. They look like pretty solid 3-point shooters. We'll see how they develop. DeJounte is a really good 3-and-D player, but they're probably going to ship him off because he's been hurt a lot too. I didn't mention Jose Alvarado and Herb Jones because I look at those guys as the glue guys on the team, and I completely forgot about CJ McCollum. I'm surprised he still got a job. Hey, man. We're not going to talk about CJ McCollum. That man contract is disgusting. The Pelicans currently have the 4th pick in the draft, and players projected to go in that range are VJ Edgecombe and Trey Johnson. I don't know too much about those guys because I don't watch men's college basketball like that outside of highlights and clips I see on Twitter, but I do know that both of those guys are going to be dogs in the NBA. Zion is going to get traded in this offseason that's coming up, and they're going to build around whoever the hell they draft. And whenever that trade does hit, that trade notification is going to hit like crack. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'm up out of here.
Allergic bro niggas get the sneezing when they come around. Try to put my crib homie on, but he couldn't see the plan. Told my OG go back to the